Trophy. The light blinks. The favourite's in. Off and racing, she left okay, hot and high. In fact, she began very well. Gigi Pops from deep out, showing an abundance of speed, looking for the front, coming over. Horcrux is there, the Calabrese driving through. Also prominent there, just off the speed, Chino La Diva, 2 lengths, Awesome Boy. Outside of it, Kripolenko. And then Nikiana, who hugs the rails early on. 1.5 lengths to Hey Pino, and Californication is last. At the 700 metre mark, and Gigi Pops showing the way. Won the battle for the lead, leads the way from the unbeaten filly Hot and High. Chino La Diva skirting 3 deep, no better. On the rails running forth, the Calabrese prominently placed between horses. Horcrux, 1.5 lengths, Kripolenko and Awesome Boy travelling well in the middle. Nikiana down on the inside, niggled at, followed by Hey Pino, and last is Californication. Gigi Pops headed for home. Hot and High is in pursuit at the 250. Gigi Pops, Hot and High, around their heels the Calabrese, sees a bit of daylight as Hot and High goes up, gets a nose in front from Gigi Pops. Down the outside, Hey Pino rattling. Hot and High, the filly's in front, and she's too good again. It's 4 out of 4, and a great return to racing by Hot and High. She won from a blanket finish. Awesome Boy, Hey Pino, the Calabrese, Gigi Pops. Behind them, Nikiana, Californication. Further back then, Horcrux weakening, Chino La Diva, and back a long last is Kripolenko. Fabulous return to racing against the older horses. This classy filly by Too Darn Hot. Hot and High remains undefeated after 4 career runs. A fabulous return, 1,200 metres. Parked outside of the leader. They've gone 109.7. They've flown. And she's had to do it from outside of the pacemaker and stave them off. Defeats 11. Gigi Pops kicking Tash Faithful. Game to the finish. A swamping battle for third went to 6 Hey Pino in front of 3 the Calabrese. 7-11. 6 and 3 are the numbers in a very, very fast run. 109.70. And it's a half a length. This filly by Too Darn Hot out of High Conviction. Bred by Brett Fogarty at Cape Falls Thoroughbreds. Prepared by Dion Luciani and ridden by Brad Parnham for the first time this afternoon, has delivered her 4th straight victory. Lovely filly, home in 34.46. Too good for Gigi Pops, which is run out of her skin by Justify from So You Merge, Tim Crosby, Tash Faithful, and third going the way of number 6 Hey Pino by Machino from Ushadua for Robbie Johnson. Paul Harvey, the rider for trainer Raquel Williams. Lovely to see this filly return the way that she had this afternoon. She had the foundation of 2 really good trials behind her going into it, and she delivers once more. Race 8, the Lawn Pride Australia Handicap over 1,400. The next event of the day, big field 14 running, as we take you back to Lockie. And certainly very satisfying to see this filly back in action the way that she's returned today to make it 4 straight.
Thanks, Darren. She is an absolute star in the making. Hot and High, she remains undefeated from her first 4 starts throughout her career, and she's back and back in a big way. It was great to see Brad Parnham show the initiative in the early stages, Scott. He had to do a little bit of work early to get the filly across to the outside leader position, but she just seems incredibly genuine, and that was an outstanding performance.
Certainly was. I've given Dion Luciani the hurry up. He's headed your way now, Lockie, so we can get a word on this filly. 4 from 4 undefeated, and it looks as though she's just going to get better and better. That
she does. Dion joins me now. Dion, congratulations on the victory. Hot and High, she is a very, very reliable filly with a stack of ability.
She is. It was a real tough win today. Early, she was going to lob in the breeze pretty comfortably, and I think Brad's seen there was a spot there, and then a few of the horses inside her really dug up and made her work, and she had to do a fair bit of work early. So in running, I thought she was going to be vulnerable late, and she probably was, but she really digs under pressure, and hey, she looks like she could be very smart.
Even at the top of the straight, she wasn't exactly travelling like the winner, and Brad was asking her for an effort. Could that just be a sign that she is looking for a little bit further now?
Oh, she is, and she was probably just 1 spot too close with the speed of the race. So she didn't really get into I guess, a great comfort zone in transit, but Brad gave her a beautiful ride under the circumstances, and he certainly got the best out of her today.
So what's the remainder of her preparation look like? I suspect that she'll be heading towards races potentially like a Raconteur and a Belmont Guineas?
She'll head to those two, so we'll have time for one more run in between. I think there's the option to go up to 13, or there's the option for another 12, but we'll just let the dust settle and hopefully win another one here in a couple of weeks.
Are you pinching yourself? Not only have you trained Oscar's Fortune over the last few years, but she looks like she could be a genuine top-class horse as well.
She does. She's very unassuming. Early on, she come through with Brett Fogarty's other filly, Yes Queen, and Yes Queen was always fast and electric, and you couldn't even compare the two, because this one was a lot more laid back and probably never really that sharp on the track. And even now, I wouldn't say she's got super point-to-point speed at track work, but race day, she really gives more than her all under pressure.
4 from 4. Well done.
Thanks, buddy.
There's Dan Luciani. Here's Brad Parnham.
Brad Parnham joins us for the first time after his first sit on this filly as well. What do you make of her?
Yeah, she's a nice horse. I came out neutral, but she came out pretty quick, and I was happy to sit outside the leader. I probably just, as GG Pops crossed me, I just probably had to work just that little bit just to make sure I got across the ones inside me, but then she settled quite nicely, and she's still got a bit of learning to do. Like, around the corner, it's not like she trucks into it strong, but once she balances up, she sort of knuckles down, and she was too good for him.
As Dion just described her, she's unassuming.
Yeah, it's probably a good way to say it, but yeah, look, she's sort of only lightly raced at the moment, so, you know, I think she'll only continue to get better and better, so yeah, hopefully she can go on and win many more races.
What's the expectation for Timeless Gem coming up soon?
I don't know. We've drawn very sticky, so it's going to be a tough assignment, but we're probably just going to have to rely on getting a little bit of luck, and if we do, the horse is up to it. But yeah, given the pattern of the day, I think, you know, there's probably going to be a bit of pressure underneath us, but you know, we'll just have to work that out when we're out there, and if it all works out, hopefully we can put our best foot forward.
Well done on the double.
Thank you.
There's Brad Parnham. He's riding in wonderful form here this afternoon at Ascot, and at the Too Darn Hot filly in Hot and High for Dan Luciani. Looks like one of the most progressive horses we'll see out of this Ascot meeting this afternoon. We'll take a short break on Racing WA TV and racing.com, and on the other side, we'll be back for the next at Port Hedland.